Hola, ¿qué tal? Today we're going to have our Spanish lesson. We're going to do quite a bit of revision, so we'll go quickly with that, and then we're going to look at some school subjects again. I'm going to share my screen. So the first thing we're doing today is reminding ourselves of our whole introductory conversation, part 1 and part 2. Let's get going. As you can see, I'm going to be Paul Pogba, you're going to be Katy Perry. Let me start. Hola, me llamo Paul Pogba. ¿Y tú cómo te llamas? Mucho gusto, Katy. Excellent. Few questions. Remind me again what mucho gusto means. That's correct. It means nice to meet you or much pleasure. What about this word here, igualmente? Excellent. It means equally. You can see the connection of Latin, English, and Spanish. Igual, equal. Excellent. Let's do that one more time. This time you will be Paul Pogba and I'll be Katy Perry. Ready to start in 3, 2, 1. Hola, me llamo Katy Perry. Igualmente, Mr. Pogba. Muy bien, let's move on. So the second part, let's remind ourselves of some of our numbers. My turn, your turn. We have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Choose the number that gives your age. Is it 9, 10, 11, or 12? Say that number now. Good. Let's have a look at the next question we have. It says, ¿Cuántos años tienes? What do we know about that N in Spanish? We know we have 2 N's, but this N has a very particular sound. Can you tell me that sound? Excellent. It's the ñ sound. So this is not años, it's años. Let's say that question again. My turn first. ¿Cuántos años tienes? Excellent pronunciation, well done. And the young lady replies, she says, Tengo 10 años. So what do we think that question is asking? If the answer is Tengo 10 años, the question is asking what? Excellent. How old are you? How old is the girl? That's right. She's 10. She has 10 years. She is 10 years old. Let's do it one more time. Mr. Bell goes first. I ask, you answer. Here we go. ¿Cuántos años tienes? Now remember, if you're 11, you'll be saying 11. If you're 10, you're going to say 10. And if you're 9, you're going to say 9. Let's do it one more time. ¿Cuántos años tienes? Muy bien. Let's move on to our next question. It says, ¿De dónde eres? ¿De dónde eres? Your turn. And the girl says, soy inglesa. Soy inglesa. What do you think this question is asking if the answer is soy inglesa? That's right. Where are you from? And she says, I am English. But she says inglesa. What would you say if you were a boy? Would you say soy inglesa? No, you wouldn't. You would say soy inglés. So my first question is for the girls. ¿De dónde eres? Muy bien. This one's for the boys. ¿De dónde eres? Excellent. Let's move on. I have another question. This one says, ¿Dónde vives? And she says, vivo en Londres. What do you hear with the Spanish V? Is it vives, vivo? Or is it vives and vivo? That's right, the Spanish V is quite gentle. It's slightly like a B. Let's listen again. My turn first. ¿Dónde vives? Vivo en Londres. What do you think this question is asking? Let's have a look at the answer. Vivo en Londres. En Londres. En Londres. That's right. Where do you live? And she says, I live in London. Let's have one more practice. My turn first. ¿Dónde vives? Good. You ask me now. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Vivo en Londres. Muy bien. Well done. Let's say our goodbyes. I will say adios, goodbye, and you will say hasta luego, see you later. My turn first. Adios. What do you know about the Spanish H? That's right. We know it's a silent letter. Well done. Let's have a practicar. So I'm going to ask the questions. I am Rojo. You are going to be answering my questions. You are Azul. Here's some numbers to help you to put your age in. At the moment, it's 10. You might need to change that to 8, 9, 11, or maybe even 12. Here we go. My first question. ¿Cuántos años tienes? ¿De dónde eres? Just going to stop. Make sure if you're a boy, you said soy inglés. And if you're a girl, soy inglesa. Let's do that one again. ¿De dónde eres? ¿Dónde vives? Adiós. Perfecto. This time we're going to swap roles. You're going to ask me these questions and I will answer. Now, I will give you my real age. See if you can guess what it is when I say it in Spanish. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Tengo 45 años. Anyone guess my age? 45. 45. That's right, 45. Right, let's go to our next question. Ready to ask me? 3, 2, 1. Soy inglés. Next question. Vivo en Londres. Hasta luego. Let's do the whole thing again. You're asking me the questions. 3, 2, 1. Tengo 45 años. Soy inglés. Vivo en Londres. Hasta luego. Muy bien. Now, it's time to choose a character. I've already chosen my character. I am going to be Paul Pogba. You need to choose one of these characters straight away. We have Mo Farah, Beyonce, Justin Bieber, Harry Potter, Katy Perry, the Queen, Taylor Swift, Messi, the football player, Pocoyo, Ed Sheeran, and Cristiano Ronaldo. Choose a character now, please. Excellent. This is me. This is you. I start. Hola, me llamo Paul Pogba. ¿Y tú, cómo te llamas? Mucho gusto. ¿Cuántos años tienes? ¿De dónde eres? ¿Dónde vives? Adiós. Perfecto. Let's go back. This time you are going to be Paul Pogba. Okay, and I have already chosen a different character, which you will find out when you start. You're starting in blue. Paul Pogba, you go in 3, 2, 1. Hola, me llamo Cristiano Ronaldo. Igualmente, Paul Pogba. Tengo 32 años. Soy portugués. Vivo en Italia. Hasta luego, Paul Pogba. Muy bien, give yourselves an estupendo. Now we're going to move on to our next part of the lesson where we're going to talk about opinions. There's a lot of revision at the start. Let's begin. We've got 4 basic opinions. We've got me encanta. Me gusta, no me gusta, odio. First of all, which one of these means I don't like? That's right, no me gusta. Which one means I love? That's right, me encanta. Which one means I hate? That's right, odio. Which one means I like? Me gusta, that's right. Now, where could we put another opinion which would be me fascina? That's right, we put that right up here because that is stronger than me encanta. Me encanta means I love, and me fascina means something fascinates you. What about our other opinion starter, which is detesto? Where could we put detesto, detesto? That's right, that would go right down here beneath odio because it's stronger. As we know, detesto means I detest something. Well done. So these are our 6 sentence starters. My turn, your turn. Me fascina. Me encanta. Me gusta. No me gusta. Odio. Detesto. Right, we're going to do 5 quick sentences. I'm going to go first. I'm going to shoot out 5 sentences in Spanish and then it's your turn. Here we go. Me encanta el chocolate. No me gusta el queso. Odio la televisión. Me gusta el español y me encanta el fútbol. 5 sentences, your turn. Off you go. Perfecto. This time I'll give you a subject and you just need to tell me either me fascina, me encanta, me gusta, no me gusta, odio o detesto. El chocolate. La fruta. El colegio. El fútbol. El queso. La televisión. El español. Muy bien. Let's move on. ¿Por qué es? ¿Por qué es? Remind me again, what does por qué es mean in English? Correcto. Because it is. This is our main connector. We have our opinions, our connectors, and our adjectives. Let's have a look at this sentence. Me encanta el colegio porque es. Is this a complete sentence? No, it's not. That's correct. What's missing? What could we put here to actually finish this sentence? Adjetivos, adjectives. We have our sentence starter, me encanta, I love. Our subject, el colegio, school. Our connector, porque es, but we need an adjective to finish this sentence. What adjectives could you think of to finish this sentence? Which ones do you remember from our lessons? I'll give you 5 seconds thinking time. Good. We could finish this with me encanta el colegio porque es divertido, fun. Me encanta el colegio porque es interesante, interesting. Me encanta el colegio porque es educativo, educational. Me encanta el colegio porque es fantástico, because it's just fantastic. Muy bien. Now, you're going to start writing in a moment. You have a whole sheet of adjectives that you can either print off. If you don't have the ability to print them off, that's absolutely fine. You can just keep this page, which is a PDF, and refer to it as we go along. Let's have a look at our positivos. We have a whole bank of positive adjectives. We're going to do my turn, your turn for pronunciation. We have gracioso, bonito, útil, fácil, interesante, fantástico, divertido, delicioso, educativo, entretenido. Here is our bank of negative adjectives. We have, my turn, your turn again, malo, aburrido, asqueroso, ineducativo, pesado, serio, feo, inútil, difícil, poco interesante. We're going to be using those adjectives for forming and writing some sentences, so make sure you can see these or have these possibly printed off. So let's have a look at how we're going to build our sentences. Here are my sentence starters. I have a few options: me gusta, no me gusta, me encanta, and lo odio. My subject is this picture. Why do you think it's lo odio rather than odio? That's right. The reason is we're talking about a picture. We're talking about it. It is lo. So this is not hating something. It's hating the object of our picture. We have our connector, porque es, and then here I have some negative adjectives. Now, this picture here is pretty creepy. So I would have to start my sentence with lo odio. I absolutely hate that. Porque es, because it is. And here, I don't just want to use one adjective. I want to use quite a few. So I could say feo, it's ugly. How would I connect another adjective? That's correct. I could use my connector of e. And the adjective I would put here is lo odio porque es feo y I'd have to say that this is asqueroso. Asqueroso means it's disgusting. So my sentence would read lo odio porque es feo y asqueroso. Let's have a look at what you're going to do. If you can print this sheet off, that would be amazing. If you can't, then all you actually need to do is look back at the handouts on the PDF and copy onto a piece of paper your sentence. So you're going to have a sentence starter at the beginning. You're going to have your connector, and you're going to choose one or possibly two positive or negative adjectives to finish your sentence. I'm going to show you some pictures, and all you need to do is write one sentence about that picture. So if I were to show you a picture of a lovely bunny rabbit, this would be my sentence. Me encanta, I love it, porque es, because it is, gracioso, funny, y, and bonito, cute. Your turn. Here comes your first picture. Remember your structure. Sentence starter. Porque es, and include either one or two adjectives. If you include two adjectives, you must connect them with e. Here's your first picture. Now they look delicious, so I would have to write a sentence like this. My sentence starter. I'm going to put that in another colour so you can see that a little bit better. Let's do it in blue. Me encanta. I love them. Porque es, because it is. Delicioso, delicious. y bonito. And they're also quite cute. So my sentence would read, me encanta porque es delicioso y bonito. Can you read your sentence to me? Excellent. Here's our next picture. Are you ready? Let's write our sentence. You go, and I'll be writing mine at the same time. Right, I've written my sentence. It says, lo odio porque es difícil y aburrido. Can you translate that for me into English? What does my sentence mean in English? Excellent. I hate it because it is difficult and boring. Can you read your sentence to me, please? Wonderful. Let's move on to our next picture. Let's start writing our sentences. Now I've written my sentence. I'm going to read it to you. It says, no me gusta porque es asqueroso. I've only used one adjective. You can tell me what this adjective means. Have a look at your sheets. That's right, it means disgusting. My sentence says, I don't like it because it's disgusting. It's an apple and meat and cheese. Not nice at all. Could you read your sentence to me, please? Fantastic. Muy bien. Let's move on to our next picture. Here we go. Let's start writing our sentences, please. Okay, I've written my sentence. I'm going to read it to you. It says, no me gusta porque es aburrido y inútil. Can you translate that sentence to me, please, in English? You can tell me what that means. That's right. It says, I don't like it because it is boring and useless. Read your sentence to me, please. Excelente. Let's move on to our next picture. Are you ready? Whoa. Start writing our sentence. Okay, I've written my sentence. It says, me encanta porque es gracioso y bonito. I love it because it's funny and cute. Read your sentence to me, please. Perfecto. Okay, we're going to ready to move on to our next picture. Here it comes. Whoa. Okay, let's start writing our sentence. Excellent. Can you read my sentence? Here it is. Tell me what that means in English. That's right. I like it because it's interesting. Can you read your sentence to me, please? Fantastic. Muy bien. Okay. Last picture. Here it comes. Oh, let's write our sentence. I think we'll probably all have the same sentence here, hopefully. I've done my sentence. You've probably got a very similar sentence. My one says, me encanta porque es bonito. I love it because it's cute. Could you read your sentence to me, please? Fantástico. Muy bien. Well done. Very impressive. Let's move on. So, we're going to remind ourselves of our school subjects because we're going to write a very short conversation to finish off today. So, we've already looked at school subjects, but let's just remind ourselves of what they sound like. It's going to be my turn, your turn. We have la historia, history. La música, music. La religión, religion, R-E. La informática, ICT, computers. La educación física, P. La geografía, geography. La tecnología, DT. El dibujo, art. El inglés, English, literacy. El español, Spanish. El teatro, drama. Las matemáticas, mathematics. Las ciencias, sciences. Excellent. Hopefully you could print this off, and if you can't, as I say, there is a PDF that you can flip back and forwards to use for the last bit of our lesson. So we're going to have a look at our school subjects, and we're going to have a little look at how we write a conversation. Here's some examples of expressing opinion. Me encanta la historia porque es interesante. What does that mean? Me encanta la historia porque es interesante means I love history because it's interesting. Let's have a look at the next one. Odio las matemáticas porque son difícil. Odio las matemáticas porque son difícil. What does that mean in English? That's right. I hate mathematics because they're difficult. Now, this here, If we look here, it says porque es. But here it says porque son. Why do you think that has changed? Well done for remembering that. That's a very key point. Here we are talking about a plural subject, las matemáticas. So this becomes because they are. Here it's just one singular subject, so it's because it is. Is, are, porque son, because they are. Well done. Now, let's have a look at this conversation. I will be the boy on the right, on the left, excuse me, and you'll be the girl, and then we'll swap round. So I'm going to ask the question. ¿Te gusta la historia? No me gusta la historia porque es difícil. Me encanta la geografía porque es interesante. Muy bien. Let's swap roles. You're going to start with the question. And don't forget, you're going to have to finish when I ask you about geography. You ready? Me encanta la historia porque es interesante. ¿Y tú? ¿Te gusta la geografía? Muy bien. So, what I'd like you to do now is, if you can print this off, that would be fantastic. Or you can just write it on a piece of paper using the PDF as your guide. I'd like you to write out a very similar conversation with our school subjects, starting with a question. It doesn't have to be history, it could be any other subject. Introducing the other person, y tú, so they can answer the same question that you've asked. And then one more question at the bottom. When you've done that, you can upload it to Seesaw, and then I can have a look and make a nice comment on it. That's the worksheet, and that's the end of our lesson. So it's time to give yourself a fantástico. Okay, I'm going to say adios now. Actually, I'll say hasta luego. See you later. Hasta luego.